Oh my god. It's so damn cold in here, bro. Oh shit. YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? As you can see, I'm cold. I'm cold. So I know I've been dropping a lot of Spider-Man PS4 news videos and everything, reactions and all that, but a lot of people don't know I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan as well. So we're gonna react to this. Shout out to Emergency Awesome Man for dropping these videos. He dropped a lot of videos about movies and just anime and just everything, bro. All type of videos, bro, explaining different things. So basically, he's gonna be explaining that Broly is revealed in the movie and everything. Also, the Comic-Con trailer that's coming up, I guess. Another trailer that's coming up, I'm assuming. But let's get straight into this video, man. Let's get straight into it.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. I got a lot of requests to do a video for the big Dragon Ball Super announcement. We finally got a confirmed villain. We found out who this person in the teaser we kept getting glimpses of was. Surprise, surprise, it's Broly. There were so many record drop, like heads turning moments on Twitter this morning when it was announced that people did not believe that it was real. They thought this big one-sheet poster was a hoax until Toriyama tweeted out his own statement about it and why he chose Broly for the movie. Then the official Dragon Ball Super Twitter tweeted this out. Dragon Ball Super Broly, the legendary Saiyan appears, coming to Japan on 12/14/18 with just pictures of the poster and then
December 14th.
So we gotta break this down. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe
get his
to get
ass whooped again.
Obviously, the Dragon Ball movie is
he always getting his ass whooped and end up just going
but
crazy.
A lot of people were like, what the hell is going on with Broly? He's been in 3 movies already. But you read Toriyama's comments, and it sounds like he's going to do his own version of the character. So what he does end up doing will be the new canon, meaning that if you ever thought that Broly Triple Threat was any part of the canon, that it sounds like it's not anymore. So if you're not familiar with the character, he is a legendary Super Saiyan, one of the legendary Super Saiyans. They appear about once every 1,000 years, but he's mostly known for being in a couple movies. Dragon Ball Z, Broly the legendary Super Saiyan, as they are referring to him in the new Dragon Ball Super movie. Dragon Ball Z, Broly the Second Coming. Then the last big movie that he appeared in was Dragon Ball Z Bio Broly. That was released in the 90s in Japan. It didn't make it everywhere else till like the early 2000s. It was not a good movie, so there's nowhere to go but up. So I actually think that it's a good thing that Toriyama is going to be messing with the backstory. The big reason why people didn't believe that it was going to be him originally is because he's not an original Toriyama creation. So they're like, well, why would he do a character that he didn't originate himself?
Yeah, that
and
makes
when
sense.
you read Toriyama's full statement, it makes a little more sense. So we'll just read what he said here. He actually made a pretty lengthy statement that explains what's going on.
Man, I just can't wait,
familiar with Broly. Here's an incredibly strong Saiyan who only appeared in the old anime movies, and I apparently at least drew the designs for him, but I had practically no involvement with the anime at the time, so I had totally forgotten about the story content. So, about Broly, I hear these days he's still very popular, not only in Japan, but also overseas. That feels like a generous statement. Based on that, my editor suggests we have Broly appear in this next movie. I went ahead and watched the movies from back then, and I feel like this could be quite interesting once I rearranged some things. I got right to work trying my hand at the story that incorporates him into the Dragon Ball Super series. While keeping in mind Broly's classic image so as not to disappoint his fans, I updated him and added a new side to his character, and I think this has resulted in a more fascinating Broly. Naturally, you'll get to see fierce combat, but also the paths of destiny that lead to an encounter between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. It also involves the Frieza Force and the history of the Saiyans, which end up having a major connection to everything. The story content turns out to be very large scale and dramatic. Here comes that almighty Saiyan Broly. I also included lots of other content that you fans will enjoy, so look forward to it and be patient a while longer for it all to come together. So I should say, he says be patient, but they're actually going to have a Dragon Ball Super panel at Comic-Con in a couple weeks. It's literally like 2 weeks away. They'll drop a new trailer during that. So of course they'll do a video for that when it drops. But it also sounds like Toriyama had absolutely no idea what the company had done with this Broly character. So when he was trying to think of a villain that was strong enough to challenge Goku and Vegeta so that they would have to unlock new levels of power, one of his editors, when they were all sitting in the room trying to come up with ideas, was like, what about Broly? Just whispering into his ear, because Broly had not been part of the main canon at that point. He'd just been part of these old films, so you consider that not canon. Like in the way that Dragon Ball Heroes, which is running right now, isn't really canon. It's sort of a remix of Dragon Ball tropes. If you're not a big fan of Broly, it sounds like you're in luck. The pre-existing backstory is that he grew up on planet Vegeta, but he was born with such crazy power levels that King Vegeta feared him, wanted to kill him off. His father begged, he can be an asset to you in the future. King Vegeta says, nope, not having it, tries to kill Broly's father with his energy wave, but Broly's able to protect them. He leaves them for dead, obviously grows up to seek his revenge.
He hate Goku too, that nigga was born to hate Goku as well. And Vegeta. Just because of Vegeta's death. John, crazy. I respect Broly, but it's like, how do you still remember that as a child? A newborn, basically.
So also, as part of this backstory, it gets kind of twisty. He grew up near Goku, developed this grudge against them when they were kids that they later brought back around 30+ years later when they actually fought each other as adults during the movies. So that was sort of their way of giving him pathos. Like, it's sort of the Anakin Skywalker, you killed my mother, Sand People. So
that shit was so dumb.
Eradicate all Sand People and take a very dim view of life in the universe.
He hated Goku because he wouldn't shut up when it was newborns because he was crying so much. Like, this junk is retarded, bro. Retarded, bro. I swear. So he grew to hate him. I don't know. That junk is stupid though. Like, I remember this. I was a kid, bro, when I watched this.
So he's kind of this weird, Incredible Hulk-style rage monster, but with a very Anakin Skywalker twist. Like, you have to imagine that he has this incredible power within him, but because of all the tragedies experienced on planet Vegeta, he's just completely nuts in the head. So basically what happens is he just gets madder and madder, and he's a rage monster. That's why I say Incredible Hulk. Like, the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. It sounds like Toriyama has different plans for him because they're using the term Legendary Super Saiyan. Obviously, they're going to be using that form, and he kind of goes green when he goes Legendary Super Saiyan. So that's what these green lights in the trailer are. Surprisingly enough, there were a lot of you that when they first dropped this teaser a couple months ago that did guess Broly, but it was hard to tell if people were being sarcastic about that because people were so funny about the Broly character in general. So like I said, there'll be a new Comic-Con trailer where we'll actually probably see Broly full on what his new design looks like. Now you see him in the official poster here, so he's already gotten a little bit of a redesign. But just in general, they went with a more classical animation style for the Dragon Ball Super movie than what we've seen thus far in the Dragon Ball Super TV series.
Tough, bro. I can't wait.
Other interesting thing to consider about this too is will they carry Broly forward into whatever the next Dragon Ball series is after this, if he doesn't die at the end of the Dragon Ball Super movie. But just let me know in the comments, what do you think about this, and what do you want Toriyama to change about Broly's backstory? Leave a request in the comments below. There's a whole bunch of other news that drops, so I'll try to get through this as fast as possible. But this was just like the most urgent thing people were freaking out about this morning. Click here for all my Dragon Ball videos. To learn about Kevin Feige.
Shout out to Emergency Awesome again for dropping this knowledge on us, bro. But I know a couple of y'all watch Dragon Ball, bro. I know that for a fact. Dragon Ball Super and the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I feel about this, man, you know? Like, y'all could have brought a whole new, you know, Saiyan into the picture, a brand new Saiyan, because, you know, at the end of Super, who was it, Android 18? It was 17. Anyway, he wished all the universes back and everything, so I was assuming there was going to be new Saiyans or something like that just appearing out of nowhere because he brought all the fucking universes and all blah 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 blah, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the whole shit, at the end of the tournament. Yeah, man, I don't know what y'all think about this, bro. I don't know what I think about this, but I don't know if I like it or not. We're gonna see when the movie comes out, December 14th of this year. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button after you subscribe to the channel, bro. If you enjoyed the video, you know what I'm saying. It's your boy Joseph Witty, man. I'm out of here.
Throughout the demo, like Peter's first ever web shooter or his wrestling poster, I'm really excited to see what the other collectibles are going to be. And speaking of collectibles, we have another awesome question from Spidey Squad co-founder Vigilante Spider, who asked similarly about the collectibles in the game by asking Brian, since there's no way to replay missions, are the collectibles in missions or just open world? And Brian